Yeah, hi Mulak.
Yes, hi, good evening, Bipul.
Yeah, very good evening. How have you been?
Yes, I'm doing good nowadays, and after a long time, I think we are talking.
Yes, yes, it has been long time, but finally we get together now.
Yes, and it is
Okay.
quite like a happy feel like to talk with you. Like since long we are friends, and always we always try to learn from each another,
Yes, yes.
isn't it?
I'm also glad to talk to you. Whenever I talk, I really feel, very happy and glad to talk to you.
Yes, nowadays it is true that I am not practicing that much, and like you are practicing every day, you are making videos, you are posting your videos on YouTube, and you have a YouTube channel. So
Yes,
definitely, I think one day will come in your life. That day will be you will be a prominent YouTuber, and we will watch your video on YouTube. Sure.
I think your wishes, your blessing
Yes,
will support
my
me.
wish always with you, and I want this from my heart and soul because,
Thank,
like at point of time we were beginners, isn't it? And
yeah.
we have learned this language from so many difficulties
Yes, yes.
because you also know me where I was, and I also know me where were you, and how
Yeah.
we have improved ourselves. Like nowadays, I don't know where we are standing right now, but we can actually interact with anyone in English. So that is the
Yes.
thing which we have
Yeah,
learned.
yeah. Like it is
Yes,
huge of change, and we are whatever whatever now we are because of our practice and our efforts, you know,
effort, our passion, our
our
dedication.
patience. Yeah, that's why.
Yes, because it is not a cup of tea. Like if I talk about myself, that coming from a Bengali background, coming from a Bengali like a school, like I
Yeah.
completed my schooling from a Bengali medium. So it was not like cup of tea from me to learn this language because in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beginning I was facing too much problem. I had pronunciation problem, I had accent problem, even I could not frame the sentence properly. I used to make many flaws, but it is
Yes,
true that
yes.
I have improved gradually. I learned from my mistakes every day, and I started writing my mistakes on notebook, and
Yeah.
this is how I think I have worked on my communication skills.
Yes, yes, it is true. Initial stage, I can remember that we are unable to express proper way, and we used to do mistake a lot. Every time,
Yes.
every sentence, we used to do mistake. It can be grammatical, it can be sentence structures, but yeah. But however, because of our efforts, we overcome through that basic level, and now we can communicate with anyone. But even though like
Yes,
we need
definitely.
more and more improvement.
Yes, that is exactly what I was about to tell you. That there is long way to go. We have to improve more and more. We have to learn new words from dictionary. We have to learn many sentences, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Because learning never stops. Or we have to
Yes, yes.
learn. We have to gain knowledge continuously in our life.
Yes, yes, it is true. So tell me about your work. How is going nowadays your work?
Yes, everything is going on. So let me ask a question
Yeah.
from you that how
Okay.
you how you use like sometime I have noticed while whenever you talk with anyone,
Yeah.
like whenever you record your videos, so you use many new words. I also know many words. I have written like 1 or 2 thousand words on my notebook. But while I make conversation, I talk with anyone, I cannot use those words properly. So, regarding this problem, so how would you suggest me then that I can use those words naturally?
Yes, so like we are learners, so we have separate thinking, and but destination is one thing, one destination. but we are doing practice separate way. So my
Yes.
way is that every time, like in a week, I write down 5 to 6 new vocabs, which is advanced. And after that, 1 week continuously, I practice. I try to make sentence as much as my own sentence. So that's why after 1 week, after practicing 1 week by myself, it will be automatically in my tongue. So this way,
Okay, that is true that we also have to recall and remember in our mind,
yeah,
isn't it?
continuously. Like suppose,
Yes.
today you wrote 1 vocab or 2 vocab. So you can practice continuously 3 days by yourself. You can make
Yes.
sentence as much as you can. So definitely, automatically, it will be in your tongue.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but
And
previous day, what used to happen with me, just I used to practice one or twice time. So that's why it would be difficult for me. But after that, I got to know that if we want to include some new words, so we have to practice by ourselves first, at least 3 day, 5 day.
yes, okay. I want to divert our conversation that yesterday I was watching a video
Yeah,
on a news channel, and one journalist was saying that because of English, gradually we are forgetting our mother tongue, isn't it?
yeah,
And which contains our heritage, which contains our diversity. Like if everyone should know our mother tongue, isn't it?
yeah,
And even I never talk in English at my home with my parents because I believe that English is important in our personal life
yeah,
and professional career as well. Like if
yeah,
you want to get any jobs, if you want to work any private company, so we have to communicate in English, and not only English. You should have your communication skill up to the mark.
yeah,
Communication skill does not mean only English.
yes,
That
yes,
if anyone thinks that yes, I'll know English, so I'm a good communicator. I can interact with anyone easily. Communication skill means your confidence,
yeah,
your power of expression, your knowledge, your body gesture, your hand movement, your eye contact, your
yeah,
facial like flow. Everything includes, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
So it is our also. I had this misconception. Before I used to think that if I will learn English, so definitely I will be a good communicator. I will be a good public speaker. But that is not in ground.
yes. It's up to us. Like, if I talk about, so if you want to become a good speaker, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean only you go through the English language. You can
Of
become
course,
also your mother tongue language, any kind of
yes,
language.
we
But
can
first,
we can become a good speaker in
yeah,
your mother tongue also.
yes, yes,
But we have to take initiative. We have to
yeah,
take initiative.
yeah. But English, why we are learning? Because it is essential for every person. Because nowadays it is official work, official language also. And whenever
Yes.
we go to crack any interview, so definitely we have to crack interview by English language. And
Yes, and to be honest, I am learning this language only for my interview purpose, which I told you before. Even I don't have any intention to learn this language because what I
yeah,
will do by this language? I know I can write in English, I can read in English, I can understand anything in English, but
yeah,
I could not communicate, I could not express myself before. And later I like I came to know, I realized that yes, that is not enough. I have to learn this language. I have to speak in English because
yeah,
unless or until I speak in English, I will never be able to express myself. What I want to renunciate, isn't it?
yeah. But now you are able to express anything in front of anyone. If anyone asks you, definitely you will able to speak. You will able to give the answer in English. All that. And also, as well as because of this journey, as well as you improved your confidence level. Also, I believe that.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, and me too also. Like, now I can't feel any kind of shyness, hesitation while speaking in front of anyone. So
Yes.
totally, I kicked off my all that thing.
Yes, nowadays it is true that I'm working. I'm also working on my writing skill. Like how
Okay.
can I make my writing skill more effective by new words? Like there are some words which we use in our daily life.
Yes,
That
yes.
words are very much useful. I believe that, but we
Yeah.
have to use some like new words. What will happen if we will use those words while we write? Definitely in future, whenever you will read any books, whenever you will like read newspapers, so
Yeah.
you will understand the meaning of that word. Otherwise you will have to open your dictionary always and you have to
It is
search the
true.
meaning
It
of
is
that word.
true. And
Yeah.
whenever we learn something new, so we get more interested to learn and include new things, you know. But same thing if we will do, which is we have idea. If we will do same thing, so to be honest, we feel mundane, but when we try to write something new, do something new in our life, really we are excited to do and achieve that thing and any things in our life. And there are many things for learning, still we have to learn many things. So whenever I get my spare time, so I also try to learn like how to edit, how to many things. I'm also trying to, but I'm still not trying to write every day related to my lifestyle, all that thing. But yeah, sometime whenever I get time, so at the time, first I read a story, basic story. After that, I write down that story, and I try to also narrate. And this way also, I'm improving my spoken
that
English.
that that has helped me as well because this is the narration is a part of my interview. So
Yeah,
what nowadays I'm doing, like whatever picture, whatever scene I see in front of me, I
yeah,
just frame a sentence in my mind, and later I write a story like imaginary story,
yeah.
and I make a main character, their mood, and I put some accents, and thereafter I also frame the future, what will happen in future, and after that I narrate the story in front of my mobile and I record that video, and later I watch my record, and then I can come to know that where I am making mistakes, whether I'm looking
Yeah.
nervous, whether I am underconfident, whether I am hesitating, stuttering or not. That really helps me out.
Yes, yes, and this is the good way to improve and judge ourselves. There is no requirement to say anyone like tell me about my feedback, give me my feedback. There is no requirement to ask about our feedback. Anyone. We can judge, we can modify by ourselves after recording the video.
Yes, I think only the hard work
Yeah.
and the practice.
Yes.
These are the two things which can kill our all weakness. If we
Yeah.
practice continuously, if we practice consistently, so I don't think there is anything in our life which we can do, which we
Yeah.
cannot do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It is true. And
And today, I am very happy to say you that I also told you one day. I don't know whether I have shared with you. Like in 2018 or 19, I went to
19,
Ambala. 19, I went to Ambala for coaching.
yeah.
Okay. On the very first day, I entered into the classroom. One teacher came to our class and he asked the every student to introduce one by one.
Okay.
Okay, and I was the only stupid guy in that classroom who did not know English. And I went there for officers class. Okay, because
Okay.
it is my dream to become an officer in Indian Army. So
Okay.
on the very first day, one instructor came to our room and he asked for introduction. So I was thinking that what I will say when my turn will come, because I don't know anything in English. I
Yeah.
can introduce myself in my own language,
Yeah.
isn't it? And it was a bit a awkward situation for me. So what I did, I jotted down the sentence which my friends were saying. Like my name is
Okay.
this, my goal is, I belong to this state district. I only added the sentences which they told.
Just at
But
that time you were trying to mug up all that things from your
yes,
friends.
Oh, but it was not suffice for the instructor. He
Yeah,
asked me. He asked me one another question. That did you really completed your plus two? Did you pass that exam or not?
yeah,
So at that time, really, I was totally broken. Okay, I had no words. That what I would say. I'm a stupid aspirant who want to become an officer, and I don't know English. I cannot say anything in English. And
yeah.
every student, they were from like central school, CBSE school,
Okay,
and they were communicating in a good way. They were much confident. So on
okay.
that day, I came to my room. I went to my room and I cried a lot. Okay, I cried and I wrote down on my notebook that anyway, I will learn this language, and whatever I will think from that day onwards, I will only think in English
Yeah.
because
And
wherever I go, I never underestimate myself. I never look down myself. That is the
yeah,
motto of my life.
yes, yes. And that was a good lesson for you, which is you got by that
Yes,
classroom, interview room. And from that day, you made up your mind and you just started this journey to improve, and you improved. Now you improved.
yes, definitely. I'm quite happy with my performance. But yes, nowadays I can speak in English. I also can
Yeah,
speak in English. Sometimes my parents they get stuck that yes, their son is speaking English, isn't it?
yeah,
Because we had no teacher. When I was in class 10 or 12, I had no English teacher.
yeah.
Only one teacher I had, and he used to teach every subject, isn't it?
Okay.
But coming from that background, if I have learned this language, so I deserve this appreciation. And I don't
Yeah.
know. Sometimes I give myself like some gifts. Yes, I have achieved this. I have accomplished this. No problem.
Yes, yes. That is good because this language now we can realize that English is not rocket science. Everyone can improve English. Just need to patience and keep practice every day. Then definitely it's take time. It is not it is not what I say. Yeah, it is not child's play. Like we will improve within 2 months, 3 months. It's take time 1 years, 2 years because we have been learning English since 2020 or 29. So now, after 2 years, after maybe above 1 years, it has been above 1 years. Then now we are able to communicate with anyone. But even though now we are recognizing day by day we need more improvement. We have to go through that advanced level, all that thing, and we're trying to go through the advanced level day by day. And gradually
And,
also we are improving.
and to be honest, nowadays I am not like I don't hesitate to make mistakes. I don't
Yeah.
hesitate to make flaws. If I will make mistakes, no matter I will learn from my mistake, isn't it?
Yes,
No
yes,
one
it
is
is
going to
good thing.
scold me.
It
No one is going to scold me. No one is going to punish me. What will happen? Nothing will happen.
Yes, yes. Yesterday before, I was talking with one person, and I just made a mistake there. Like I used there prepare. Prepare. So he didn't understand me, and she said, "I just couldn't fathom you. Could you tell me again what exactly you are trying to say?" So I forget that prepare. Instead of saying prepare, I say something, different way. So he just made me understand, and after that I got to know, yeah, I was doing mistakes. So and also
And
after watching my video, I rectify many my mistake. But I'm very happy. Why? Because I'm able to judge. Why? Because I'm able to know myself what improvement more.
and to be honest, if anyone will ask me, if anyone will tell me that your accent is little bit from you have Bengali accent, so I have nothing to do with him because I belong to West Bengal, so I will have this accent. I cannot do anything.
Yes, yes. We should not feel affront.
Yes, because we have been like speaking in our mother tongue since from our childhood. So we cannot we cannot stop this in one day.
Yeah,
If I'm thinking that yes, I'll overcome from my Bengali accent and I'll speak English like the other state like UP, Bihar, and other state people they speak normal English.
yeah,
But you and I and the some northeast states students they speak little bit different English because our
yeah.
accent is totally unique.
Yes, yes, it is true. And those who are, if I talk about those who are speaking good now English, so they are speaking might be 10 years ago they started speaking English, 5 years ago. So that's why it's take. If we will continue more 2 3 years, so our accent will be also changed, all that thing, and we will speak more and more better way. And at that time, no one can judge us, and still no one can judge because if we are happy, if we are proud ourselves, so no one can say like your speaking is good, you are not speaking good, because we are not beginner level now. We are speak, we can communicate with anyone.
And personally I don't need anyone's appreciation. Okay, that anyone
Yeah,
will appreciate me, then thereafter I will bounce back. I will be motivated. I always stay self motivated. I don't need anyone applause, anyone appreciation, and I even don't listen to them, isn't it?
yeah. First,
And
first thing,
this is this is the main motto of my life. Whatever is going on around myself, if anyone is criticizing me, if anyone is backbiting me, if anyone is trying to pull me down, it is their problem, not it is not mine, isn't it?
yeah. Yes, because you are self-motivated person. Me too. I'm also
Yes.
self-motivated person. So it is true that we don't need to say, we don't need to ask to do appreciate on us. If we will show our good behavior, if we will show and our words, our accent, our behavior, if people will like, so definitely they will automatically appreciate on us. We don't need to say like you can appreciate on me and all that thing. When people love our behavior, all that thing, so they automatically appreciate, they automatically tell you, ask like you, yeah, you are good boy, you are doing that thing, and your behavior is good, all that thing, they will definitely appreciate
and
on it.
and in my daily life I what I do now, so whenever I learn new words and I use that words in a good way, I compliment myself that yes,
Yeah.
today I have done something, and
And
that is exactly which I want to improve.
yeah, every time like I whenever I use one words, at that time I immediately remember you, that is fib, you know. Yeah. So this word is still because I learned from you, Phoebe.
There are numerous words
Yeah.
in dictionary. Okay,
And
uh,
one more words I learned from you, that is manipulate.
manipulate, yes,
Yeah. It is
and it
you
is
is
useful words,
yeah, you
useful words.
used to speak again and again, so I just recognize and one day go through search why he is using this word, what does meaning, and I go through Google Meet and came to know exactly meaningful that meaning of words. So after that, I realized it is very useful when we talk about business, when we talk about political, so we should use that word.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I also use one more word that is emulate, means to copy something, to imitate someone,
Yes, yes.
emulate.
Emulate. Yeah. That's why.
And I think we have to bring that diversity. We should not we should not like limit ourselves. That yes,
Yeah.
it is the time we have learned everything, we don't need to know anything. So if we think like that, then it means we are seizing ourselves to learn, from learning.
Yes,
Always we
yes.
have to
And
think that we don't know anything. We are beginners. We have to know more and more every day. We have to be curious. We have to be hungry to learn new things.
yes, yes. It is true, and we should always remain ourselves as a learner, as a children. Then
Yes.
we can learn, you know. And if we will think we are senior, now we can communicate all that thing. So it is little bit arrogant. We should always remain ourselves as a child and as a beginner. Then we can learn more and more.
And do you know that my sister's son, and he is only sixth class.
Okay.
He is studying in sixth standard, and he speaks fluent English. So one day I was also trying to communicate in English with him, and
Okay.
he found several mistakes of mine. He
Okay.
told me, and he was pointing me that you are making mistakes where you should not use this word, that word, and I laughed a lot. You know what I am doing now?
Yeah. So
This little boy, how he has learned. He has learned from environment
environment.
because of his surroundings.
Yeah.
Because in his school, whatever they speak, whatever they do, whenever they play, they only speak in English.
Yeah. It is true
we
that.
we had not that surrounding. We did not have this surrounding when we were in school, in
Yeah.
college, in our village, but they have.
Yeah, but when we were in school, so at the time we hadn't thought that we would be speaking one day, English language. We would learn one day English language. I hadn't thought. Sorry.
And no one told us, no one told us
Yeah, no
that
one told us to do.
that
It is true.
we also spoke we also speak little bit English, like how to introduce ourselves,
Yeah,
isn't it? How to give any lecture, how to talk with anyone. No one told us. Even our school teachers, like English teachers, they did not tell us.
yes, yes, same thing. So okay,
And
man.
at the time, we had not that material.
Yeah. So thank you
Okay,
for
okay.
giving me your
Now we
precious
can
time.
terminate our conversation.
Yeah, this video is being recorded and it is going to long, so I'm thinking I should stop here and further we can
Okay,
continue.
okay.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.